Hello everyone and welcome to the OVRC GT4 Series at Monza. This will be the second race in OVRC GT4 Series. So the drivers are all in the driver's briefing right now. At least they should be. One isn't. Seems that's a bit weird. Anyway, I will go through the championship standings for the drivers. Leading is Jaroslav Honzik with 164 points, then tied for second are Thomas Jansen and Conor Mathiessen with 132 points. In fourth is Mark Whitford with 130 points. And in fifth is Jan Willem van Ommen with 88 points. Then in the team championship, JRD Racing is leading with 252 points. Then in second is Maguire's Racing with 194 points. In third is Porsche Motorsport with 184 points. And fourth is BF Racing with 130 points. And fifth is Sim Racing Middle East with 86 points. If you'd like to check out the full standings, of course, you can do so at the link in the description. As we are still waiting for the driver's briefing to finish. There will be two 20-minute races, each with a rolling start. And there will be the top 5 drivers in the current team championship are also required to run full fuel in all qualifying sessions to make things a bit more interesting for them, and of course for the rest of the field to maybe give them a bit more of a chance. This is supposed to be our sort of fun series, so it's not as serious as the other series we run on Mondays. So we've got a little bit of a gimmick to make things more interesting. It looks like the briefing has now finished and all the drivers are going out on track. And Taha Mali is leading the pack as they are now on their out laps, getting ready to qualify. So one thing we've already found out in practice is that the Porsches are extremely powerful at this track. We knew the I think the KTM would struggle a bit on this track, and that the Porsche would be strong, but the gap seems to be bigger than expected. So I believe in practice the top 12 featured 10 Porsches in it, so seems to be definitely the car to be in for this event. As Korliski Serrano sets the first timed sector with a 34.0 in sector 1. Moving a bit on the straight. And running wide at Ascari. Looks like they also got their second sector invalidated. So that will not be a valid lap. Seems like the rest of the pack is also starting to set their first sector times now. Tahamali set a 33.7 and then a 112.4 going for sector 2. You can see them all coming up now. We will soon find out the first full lap times for qualifying. So almost all of the cars are out on track right now. It looks like only Raymond Heathers is still in the pit lane. As Taha Meli gets onto the main straight and will cross the finish line with a 157.1. Let's see if anyone's going to be able to beat that. Merigard goes P3 and second is Christoph Joni. We are getting more lap times in right now. Vinnie Roberts takes P5. And Win van Ommen is in P4. Yes, it looks like Taha Meli has improved his first sector. Thomas Jensen puts his car second. 4/10 of Taha Meli. Worth keeping in mind that Jensen will be running full fuel in this qualifying session as per the rules. As he is in the top 5 in the championship. And Taha Meli can run whatever fuel load they want. So around the last corner they go and onto the straight again. Let's see how far they manage to improve. And looks like about a 10th improvement there. Lost some time in sector 3. Thomas Olsen will cross the line and improves his time but not his position, as I think Mark Whitford just took P6. And here we have John Dalton currently down in P16. 6 seconds off the pace and he's... Oh no, that's not him. Someone else who has spun, and it looks like that was Sebastian Brunier. Who is currently has not yet set any lap. So we go back to John Dalton around Parabolica. 10 minutes left in the qualifying session. John Dalton moves up to P9, 2.5 seconds off the pace. Monza, I think, just set his first lap in P8. As Mali is improving once again. Trying to further extend their lead. And they gain another couple of tenths. As now we go to Jaroslav Honzik, who is 4 tenths off in sector 1. Not looking too quick so far. Like currently leading the championship, but down in P8 in this qualifying session for now, as there was a car off the road. I think might have been Max Haveson. Honzik 8 tenths off in sector 2. They should be able to gain a few positions on this lap. So Honzik crosses the line and moves up to P3. 1 second off Tahamali. We have James Butler, who is currently down in P20. There are 24 cars in the session, so it looks like 4 people have yet to set a timed lap. But they are all out on track right now. Here we have Jan van Almen down in P8, but he's looking to make a big improvement. And he's looking a lot quicker so far. So he will cross the line and move up to P5. As we go back to Honzik. Now Honzik again making improvements, but not really looking to go as quick as either Mali or Jensen right now, as we have Mohamed Rian El Musli taking E3. His name gets rather cut off by the overlay. There is somebody behind Honzik. It's supposed to be John Dalton. So trying to catch a bit of a slipstream maybe. To improve the straight line speed of his KTM Crossbow GT4. Which I think has the lowest top speed of the GT4 field in race room. James Butler going around Parabolica again, looking better so far. Let's see if he can get out of 22nd position. It's all the way down the grid and he will move up to P20. Thomas Jansen goes faster in sector 1 and sector 2. So looking to make a bit of an improvement here. But not really able to challenge Mali, it seems. Again, worth pointing out that Jansen is running full fuel, as he is in the top 5 in the Drivers' Championship. That will cost him a bit of time, as he is 5 tenths of the pace of Mali. And we go back to Honzik again. So let's see if he can take that P3 back from Al Musli. It looks like John Dalton is still behind him. He'll be trying to catch some slipstream for the entire lap. As the KTM is not known to be very strong at Monza. So Honzik does not improve. The John Dalton moves up to P9. Now we go to Sebastian Brunier, who's making some big improvements right now. So let's see if we can keep that going into the final sector and gain some positions. Now just over 3 minutes left before we start the first race. And Bernier moves to the P5. As there seems to be a bit of battling going on behind him. I'm not sure why you want to do that in qualifying. Here we have Thomas Jansen, who improved in the first sector, but seems to have had a bit of an issue in sector 2. So again, there is a he doesn't have a KTM right behind him. Catch who that is. That is Connor Mathieson, who is all the way down in P18 right now. So he's definitely struggling. And did not improve on that lap either. Maybe the slipstream on the main straight will help him out a bit. Christoph Joni is improving so far. He's in P8. So let's see where he goes now. Exactly 2 minutes left in qualifying now. And Joni moves up to P7, so he gains 1 position on that lap. As Michael Sadrowski also gains a position and moves up to P12. Here we have Connor Mathieson again, still behind Thomas Jansen, it seems. They go around Ascari and someone spins in front of them. I was unfortunately unable to catch who that was. That looks like the season will improve right here, but he is struggling. I don't think he will be able to get inside the top 10. But let's see if he can see where he goes. So he moves to P14, as that is the end of qualifying. And Taha Melli takes pole position ahead of Thomas Jansen, El Mosley, Jaroslav Honzik and Sebastian Brunier. As the top 8 appears to be all Porsches, with one of the KTMs in P9. As they will now be lining up for the rolling start. And here's someone revving their engine in the background. And they will be heading off now for the double foul rolling start. Looks like it's all going smoothly so far. Nobody having any issues getting off the line. And they are all in the proper double file formation. The for this is exactly the same as we used in the GT4 Series on Monday. So they head around the final corner now. And Taha Mali will be starting them off. Which he can do when he feels like it right now. Let's see, and it looks like they are off. Mali gets a good start. So he will stay ahead. Like no major drama happening right now, of course. This is Monza turn 1, so you'll never know. Mostly fighting Honzik. And looks like Honzik is going to make his way past. Right out of the first chicane. So that's a nice first lap move from Honzik. It looks like Musli might be able to fight back. Honzik will be defending on the inside. Oh! Mully goes off. And drops all the way down the grid. Down to 24th position. I frantically tried to find the right camera angle there. We go on board with Thomas Jansen right behind Mali. So Jansen is definitely closing up. And he's also got Honzik closing up behind him. As they head around the Ascari now. And it looks like it will be close. Honzik trying to make the move on Jansen. Looks like he's made his way past on the straight. And now he'll be trying to attack Mali. Of course, still having Jansen closely behind him. And I'm sure Jansen is not going to make his life easy. There seems to be a bit of battling going on between Joni and Smedegaard as well. Johnny moves to the inside. Doesn't really have the ability to make any kind of move there. As here we have Mark Whitford going side by side with John Dalton. Whitford going up the inside. And then Dalton will have the inside here. Who will get the better exit? As the camera cuts to Jansen, but those quickly go back to them. They are still side by side. Going around the leftmost. And it looks like Dalton has defended it so far. But for how much longer? So let's quickly go to Honzik, making a move on Melee possibly. Doesn't look like it. As Dalton defends from Whitford on the inside, and Dalton will stay ahead. As this also got Olsen and Roberts coming up right behind them. As there's a bit of wiggling between Dalton and Whitford. Dalton trying to get Whitford out of his slipstream. As Whitford might be trying to make a move down the inside here. And looks like he will. Will Dalton be able to defend that? No, he won't be able to. I don't think so. Unless Whitford gets a bad exit out of there. But looks like it's move made for Whitford. We have Honzik again. Trying to close the gap to Mali. So one of the Porsche in the background there went off. That was Christoph Joni having a bit of trouble now, going side by side with Jan van Ommen. Bit of touching between them. They'll be going side by side down the straight on their way to Ascari. To Thomas Olsen, also looking to make the move on John Dalton. Dalton will defend the inside here, but Olsen has already made his way past. As Honzik is definitely closing the gap to Mali now, as it looks like they might go side by side through there, through Parabolica. So it looks like Mali will stay ahead for a little while longer. Honzik will have the slipstream here, but he's also heavier. So that might make things a bit more difficult for him. In terms of getting the top speed to get closer to Mali, as well as trying to outbrake him with that extra weight. John Dalton defense of the inside from Robert Nygaard. Vinnie Roberts. But Roberts has got past. I think the Lotus might be stronger than the KTM on this track. Here we had Ommen behind Joni. Like Ommen didn't decide to do anything silly there. Backed out of it. Thomas Jansen is getting ever closer to his rival Jaroslav Honzik. Honzik in P1 and Jansen in P2 in the championship right now. They are heading up to Ascari once again. And they are proper close, both still chasing Mali in the fight for the lead. Now Mali looking relatively secure for the lead as of now. Mali will have significantly less weight in the car, which should certainly help out. As it looks like Jansen can't quite get close enough to Honzik into turn 1. And we have Michael Garcia and Conor Matheson. Garcia on the outside and Matheson on the inside. Matheson trying to defend. And it looks like that's successfully defended for Matheson. And we have Sebastian Brunier and Robert Nygaard going side by side on their way to the second chicane. Brunier is ahead of Nygaard right now, so it looks like he managed to make his way past before the chicane. And no need to make any braking moves there. As Thomas Jansen is closing up on Honzik on the way to Ascari again. I think Mali will be hoping that this keeps going for a while longer. Honzik will be too busy defending from Jansen to try and make a move on him. So it looks like Jansen moves down the inside and slots behind again. It will of course be quite close and have the slipstream on the way up to turn 1. As I think Magnus Smedegaard might be closing up in P4. I guess we'll find out in a couple of laps. As there is still moving happening between them. That doesn't look to be any kind of attack happening right now. It looks like we've got a few retirements. Not sure what happened there, but Riemann Headers, Thomas Olsen and Tim Driscoll have all retired. So hopefully no serious accidents there. Jansen is still closing up. As Honzik seems to be closing up to Mali again as well. So could there be some stuff happening on the way to turn 1? Only one way to find out. As it looks like Mali might try to defend it up the inside. It sort of goes into the middle of the track and it looks like there's no moves happening right now. Just under 7 minutes left in the race. As you can see Smedegaard in the background there. Looking comfortably in P4. With a 5-second lead on Omen in P5. Looks like things are just going to stay like this for a little while longer. I think Jensen will be trying to close up to Honzik. Coming up to the straight again. But I don't think any of these guys are having an easy time right now. None of them really able to get close enough to try and do a move on the brakes into turn 1. Seems to be a struggle to get close to one another for these right now. The top 3 will stay as it is for the time being. Although that said, something seems to have gone wrong for Mally into that corner. And they will go side by side with Honzik. Jensen also looking to close up. Honzik is now behind Mally again, but he's gaining. And so what's going to happen on the entry into Ascari? Will anyone be getting on the brakes late through here? As it looks like Mally will defend the inside. And Honzik moves to the outside. Keeps Jensen behind him. As they go very closely together through Ascari. As Honzik is gaining on Mally on the straight. Looks like Honzik got a slightly better exit through there. But Mally will defend on the inside. And got the slightly higher top speed in the end. Possibly due to that lower fuel load, as Jensen looks like he wanted to go side by side with Honzik when slots in behind now. Trying to catch his slipstream. These things are starting to get more and more exciting between these 3. As they stay behind each other again. Like everyone's kind of looking for moves, but not really finding any opportunities, with just under 3 minutes left in the race now. Before we move on to the next race. Here we have Sebastian Brunier, who I think made a move on Mark Whitford. Whitford might be closing up again. No. Bernier is getting ahead now. Here we have Conor Mathieson and Michael Garcia. Move back to Honzik and Mally. As they are once again coming up to Ascari. Looks like Mally is going to try to defend on the inside once again. As they go around the corner now. Looking smooth for all of them. Is there going to be any moves happening here? As Honzik is once again very close. Jensen moves, Honzik also moves, but Bit of a late move back from Mali there. As they are on the main straight again. They're all slipstreaming each other. So what's gonna happen into turn 1 this time around? Will there be more moves? It looks like they're going to stay in a line again. It looks like this train might just keep going for the rest of the race, which it's looking like this will be the final lap. Apologies for any background noise you might hear right now. So we go on board with Jansen to have a good look at his perspective of this battle. As you can also see the time between him and Honzik. The gap getting ever smaller as they are coming up to Ascari once again. And Jansen had a look at the inside, but decides to stay back behind Honzik again. So will there be any last minute moves on the final lap? There won't be another opportunity into turn 1 now, of course. As, oh, Jansen looks to the inside of Honzik. Will he be able to do it? And it looks like Honzik is going a bit faster right now. So Jansen will slot in behind and finish P3 with Meli finishing P1 and Honzik taking P2. Honzik spinning off into the barrier in celebration there. Magnus Smedegaard takes P4. As Jamlen van Ommen will take P5. P6 will be Christoph Joni. As Sebastian Brunier looks set to take P7. As P8 will be Mark Whitford. P9 will be John Dalton. P10 will be Robert Nygaard. Anton Kivalainen will just take P11. Right ahead of Vinnie Roberts. Very little between them there at the finish. Almosley takes P13. And will be P14 for Koliski Sorano. P15 for Conor Mathieson. Simon Sobert will take P16. P17 will be Michael Sadrowski. Michael Garcia will take P18. Marius Tsapanidis will take P19. As we have Max Haveson heading onto the straight now to take P20. As James Butler will finish in 21st position, with Riemann Headers, Thomas Olsen and Tim Driscoll not finishing the race. So there are your final results once again, with Taha Meli taking both the race win and the fastest lap. We will be doing another rolling start for race 2, of course. As it looks like it will be a reversed grid. I believe for the top 10. Possibly top 15, guess we'll find out very shortly when they are actually on track. Yes, it will be a P10 reversed grid. So that means Robert Nygaard will be starting them off. As oh, there's some bits of car on track. So from the last race, I'm amazed the stewards haven't removed that in between the races. Marshals, I guess. And this car, they go in the double file formation. Be something a bit sketchy happening at the back of the grid there. It looks like it's going to be fine in the end. As they will close up for the run down to Parabolica. So they're all lined up now, and Robert Nygaard will be starting them off. Thanks to this reversed grid. And he looks like he's waiting a little while. Hoping to get a good start, and there they go. As might be a bit of moves happening further down the grid. You can see Omen maybe having a look on the inside there. So here we have Mark Whitford. They're currently on board with. Looks like Sebastian Brunier has managed to make the move there. As Robert Nygaard has dropped down to P3 and John Dalton has taken P1. As it looks like Brunier and Dalton are fighting, and oh, there's two cars off. Two cars off the road. Looks like that's Korliski Sorano and Anton Kivalainen. So Rimmen Headers and Marius Saponidis have also gotten involved in that. Looks like heavy damage for Sorano. Kivalainen and Kivalainen has retired. Saponidis is still sitting there on track. And they will also retire. As the rest of the pack is now coming up to Ascari, and Sebastian Brunier looks to make the move on the inside on John Dalton. So Sebastian Brunier will take P1. As here we are on board again with Mark Whitford. Right behind John Dalton, fighting for P2. side by side. Looks like Dalton is just about pulling ahead right now. As Omen is also trying to make the move on both of them. Looks like he has got past Whitford and he's gotten past Dalton as well. Assuming he got a good exit out of there. And looks like he is pulling ahead of Dalton. So definitely got a great exit. And a nice move from Omen there. As like there might be a few moves happening. Jensen has moved at the P5 so far. And just gotten ahead of Mark Whitford. Here driver Honzik and in P8 and Mally in P7. So Jensen has definitely gotten ahead of the rest of the top 3 from race 1. Then we have Christoph Joni, who looks to also have made a move on John Dalton. So I think you could see Taha Mali trying something there. As oh, a car has gone off at Ascari. And it looks like it's El Musli. As they rejoined the track there, but there's still a car coming up. Seems like it worked out fine in the end. Okay, but he will drop all the way down the grid again. So we're on board with Thomas Jansen. And we're side by side with Christoph Joni, but Joni looks to be gaining right now. And Jansen will stay down the inside though. As you can see, Honzik also trying to fight his way up the grid. Right behind him, he's now overtaken Mark Whitford. And we'll be on to John Dalton next. And here we have Vinnie Roberts making a nice move down the inside. See Taha Mali also trying to close up to Mark Whitford there. And Roberts trying to gain on Robert Nygaard, and here we have Mark Whitford trying to take that position from Jaroslav Honzik. Looks like he's going to have to slot in back behind. As they go through Ascari now. And Thomas Jansen is in P3 again. And closing up on Omen. Looks like Omen is going to defend the inside. As they go side by side around the Parabolica. And Omen stays ahead for now, but Jansen is very close behind and will be catching the slipstream. Both of these guys running full fuel as per the rules, because they are both in the top 5 in the championship. Jansen moves to the inside to try and make a move into turn 1. Looks like he's late on the brakes. Ooh, bit of tire skill. And he has made the move. So Jansen moves up to P2. Omen is gaining on him, but doesn't do anything through there. That's here Taha Mali, who looks to have made the move on Mark Whitford. So Mali moves it to P6. So Whitford is still very close behind. So here we go on board with Jan-Willem van Ommen, who is very close to Thomas Jansen still. As he has dropped back just a little bit now. And he's got Jaroslav Honzik coming up right behind him. I think Honzik will be trying the move pretty soon. Possibly into turn 1. And both of them are still very close behind Thomas Jansen. It looks like Ommen will move side by side with Jansen. And what is Honzik going to do through here? As Jansen will defend the inside, as like Ommen made his way past. Will Honzik make his way past Jansen as well? Looks like Honzik got a better exit. And he is gaining slightly, but to back out a bit there. Jansen moves to the outside of the next corner and goes side by side with Ommen. Ommen will stay ahead and Jansen will run a bit wide there. Doesn't look to have affected him too much. It will leave him vulnerable to Honzik through the Lesmos. As they are still side by side, with Honzik getting ever closer now, moving down the inside. As Honzik seems to be flashing Jansen. We go up to Ascari once again. And Mark Whitford is also closing up to John Dalton. That might get still interesting. Whitford moves to the outside. So here we have Ommen and Jansen going side by side. Ommen staying ahead for now. Meanwhile, knows that Sebastian Burnier has managed to get 4 seconds ahead. So he's got a fairly comfortable lead now, for now anyway. As Ommen will defend the inside through here. It looks like Mali is looking to get involved as well. Going side by side with Honzik. As there's a bit of collision there. With all four of them trying to go around the first corner. It will be Ommen who keeps P2 for now. 8.5 minutes left. There's still plenty of time for things to happen. So a bit of contact maybe between Ommen and Jansen there, but Jansen moves to the inside. And looks like Ommen is getting ahead slightly. There's Honzik getting ahead of Jansen as well. Will Mali get ahead as well? Ooh, looks like that's going to be costly for Jansen. Yeah, Jansen losing a few positions there. As this 4-car train will keep going for a little while longer. Possibly for the next 7.5 minutes. Someone has definitely gotten ahead of him. Mali runs wide. And so that might allow Jansen to get ahead of Mali again. Looks like he did manage to. See if he can keep that into turn 1. Let's see if Honzik will make a move on Ommen. Doesn't look like he will. But Jansen goes down the inside of Mali. And it means Melly will at the inside here. And Melly will stay ahead. They head into the second chicane. You could see John Dalton somewhere in the background there. Dalton in P6. So maybe he could do anything as Melly. Good defense from Jensen. It will be Melly down the inside here. As they are still very close together. Looks like someone ran slightly into the gravel there. You see a bit of dust coming up. And I think because of all this battling, I think John Dalton is gaining on them. As you can see, Vinnie Roberts starting to appear as well as a bunch of other drivers. So Honzik is closing the gap to Alman. Or he was. Like he's backed out of it now. Not trying to make any moves happen right now. Maybe trying to set himself up for a great run down the straight. On their way to turn 1. As Sebastian Brunier has a fairly comfortable 6.5 second lead now. And looks like Honzik's not making any moves down there either. These guys are teammates, so I guess they won't be going too hard on each other. Although you never know, of course. They are sticking close together. They have managed to form a bit of a gap to Jensen and Melly behind. We'll see how long that gap lasts. We move to Vinnie Roberts, who is side by side with Magnus Smedegaard. Or at least he was for a little while there. Now he's slotted in behind again. As Honzik is getting closer to Amman again. So, no, he's still sticking behind. As there's 3 minutes left in the race now, so it looks like it will be 2 more laps. Manley possibly still closing up on Johnson. As they go side by side through here again, and that's not going to help Johnson's chances of closing up to Honzik. Johnson will defend the inside here. As it looks like Melly might be able to get past. Doesn't look like they will. And yeah, Melly has gotten ahead of Jensen now. Though Jensen is still very close. Ooh, Honzik still closing up to Omen. Been going at this for a little while now, as they are about to start the final lap. Honzik flashing Omen there. Maybe asking his teammate to let him pass. Honzik is leading the championship, of course, with Omen in P5. So, maybe a bit of team order action happening in this final lap. I don't think it will. Sebastian Brunner has a nice 7-second lead now. So unless he messes this up himself, looks like he is going to take the win. Yes, I think Max Haveson just drops all the way down the grid. Something happened there, and he's indeed missing his front bumper. So definitely something happened. As Jensen has made the move on Mally again. So Jensen moves back to P4. And Honzik is closing up on Omen again. So, one last chance for Honzik to take P2. As it looks like it's going to be a comfortable P1 for Sebastian Brunner. So I think Brunner will be very happy with that. As Honzik and Omen go side by side down Parabolica. Honzik seems to be running a bit wide. As Sebastian Brunner crosses the line and takes P1. And it will be Jan-Willem van Omen who takes P2 with Jaroslav Honzik in P3. Thomas Jansen takes P4 and Taha Mali takes P5. John Dalton will be P6. P7 will be Magnus Smedegaard. P8 will be Vinnie Roberts. As Mark Whitford takes P9. Christoph Joni has taken P10. Conor Mathieson has taken P11. Michael Garcia is in P12. P13 is Michael Sidraowski. Simon Stobart takes P14. P15 is Robert Nygaard. El Mosley takes P16. P17 will be Max Haveson, who is slightly angry at that particular wall right now, it seems. Korliski Serrano also missing his front. Will take P18. And it will be James Butler in P19. And then it looks like it's going to be Tim Driscoll in P20. With Marius Tsapanidis, Raymond Hathers and Anton Kivalainen not finishing this race. So there are your full results once again. Definitely a lot of close racing once again in the OVRC GT4 Series at Monza. Sebastian Brunner takes the race win in race 2 and Taha Mali will take the fastest lap. Thus of course taking the win and the fastest lap in race 1. So I'd like to thank you all very much for watching once again. If you did enjoy this stream, please click the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you want to see anything else we have planned, because we do have some stuff planned, of course. So next week will be the OVRC Porsche GT3 Cup Series at Mid-Ohio. That will be on Monday. And the next GT4 Series race will be in 2 weeks at Motegi. And Motegi East Course specifically. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see any of those upcoming races. Of course, you can find the full calendar on the website as well. And the results of this race will also be uploaded to the website very shortly, so you can check out the championship standings once they are updated. And so, yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye.